Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a fight. Well, not a fight, a replay from Blaktank. This is apparently Bronze 1. Again, if you could keep sending me replays open so you wish to have them reviewed, I am having a bit of a shortage of them for two reasons. One, there's just a shortage because people aren't sending them. And then there's the problem that, well, replay is being very screwed. It's like, I can watch this. Fog is not exactly what you would call working right now. Like, I know I can't technically see them, but it is really irritating anyway. Oh well, you want to know what you've done wrong. My first problem really would be that you have boots as opposed to a Doran's ring, but yeah. If we're going to play Cass, play all in. And we already have our first problem. You are playing Cass versus Melee, right? He's going to last hit. You are not queuing him. That is literally, like, first few minutes I can already see what you're doing wrong. Why did you start with W as opposed to Q? What? Can I have some reasoning for this? I don't know why you would ever start with W. I am really confused by this. It's like, he's melee, he's last hitting, why aren't you queuing every time he tries it? It should generally be QE than QW as far as I'm aware, but just... You're also not using your W as efficiently as you could be. It's like, I don't know what you're actually trying to do at this moment in time. You are attempting to push, yet not pushing. This lane should not even be remotely survivable for him. And yet, it's just not suffering for it. Why are you maxing W? I am so lost. You either max Q or you max E. I've never seen anybody max W on Cassiopeia. How the fuck did you get away with that? Well, Captain Weeaboo died. However, there is still a mistake from your part. He's stunned. You use all your shit on him, right? Why are you not moving backwards? You're doing my pet hate of ranged casters, which is I will stand here and take it to the face. I mean, okay, technically you still got away with it. I have no idea how you got away with it. I suppose that's props to you having good reactions, or maybe him being fucking retarded. One or the other. Chalice, unleash your bought armor. Fine, but you're still maxing W. Why? To farm with? You have passive, which means you can just Q spam anyway. What is going over here? Right, you get the blue, but you're now not farming the jungle. Right, you have blue buff. I know that you sort of know you can stay in the lane, but at the same time, you should be shoving this, farming it. Instead of just trying to take the turret, because it's never going to happen. Especially since you have no flash, you should never have been even trying to take the turret. That's what I feel, anyway. Right. Trying to go through the boring shit as quickly as I can. Apologies to anybody who's actually watching this on the video and starting to get a bit of a headache or dizzy or both. I can accept no responsibility for this, blah blah blah, son of medical bullshit. So basically nothing happens, even though you're playing Cass, and he should be a freaking crater on the floor. No, you're not Vega. I don't know what Cass does to people. Yeah, he should be pieces. You're going for Zhonya's? I don't disagree with it, but I still hate the fact you're still trying to take his fucking turret. I hate quite a few things. I hate the fact you max W. I hate the fact you're trying to take his turret when you have no flash. I hate the fact that you could be farming everything under the sun when you have blue buff. You didn't. I hate the fact that he's melee and yet he's not dead many fucking times because you got a kill on him, but you're not punishing him for it. You're just allowing him to push. And it's not as if he falls off the cliff either, so... yeah. Oh wait, he engaged on you, did he? You flashed again as opposed to retaliating. Right, so basically out of that engagement, he did 80% of your health and you did 0. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. So he then took your turret just like that. I don't necessarily find a problem with you going for needlessly large for Seekers. Especially because it costs that much money, you might as well get it. Shut down. But yeah, I have no idea. It's like, if we look at this, there is a fight. Why therefore are you backing off? You're sort of sticking around here, not really doing anything. It's like if I were to watch this again, right, we go in, you throw that down, it's like, he's flashed over and you spend at least 1 or 2 seconds to realize he's flashed over. I don't get it, but that's just me being very picky about it. Oh. Good job. La 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 la. What the fuck happened here? And you die for it. My chief problem with this was, I don't disagree with you trying to do this because Jinx is heading right towards you. But you then tried to open with W as opposed to Q. You should have done it with Q because then you would have sped up and then you could have landed W, because right now it's like you have to flash after this. And then you flash E'd even though she wasn't really poisoned, so... well, wait, it turns out she was poisoned, but yeah. Because your E didn't really do that much damage, that was never going to work. So, yeah. Purple team's turret has been destroyed. It's 25 minutes, you have yet to take a jungle camp. I am sad. You are still pushing. And I have no idea what your obsession is with pushing when it's like you have no real escape mechanism, nor should you be here, nor do you have flash. It's like, if you want to do this, play Tryndamere. But alas, you are not. Like, you're pushing now, which is fine. because everyone's with you. You then go for a death cap. I don't disagree with that choice, actually. I don't disagree with that choice at all. It's like, here we have the other problem, right? I don't really agree with that ult because you knew, right, that they were around. You saw them milling around. You have a ward. You know they're going up. I don't know why you just ulted one person. Olaf was not exactly in danger of dying. You didn't need to use it at this second. Then we have the other problem of yours, which is, look at this. You are literally running away for no purpose. Right. There was no way you were going to run out of that storm. There was no way that anything else was going to happen. You just turned around and did whatever damage you could. Right? It's just one of those things of, you know you're dead, do as much damage as you can. Except you just went, bleh. Nothing. Nothing happened at all. So yeah, there have been mistakes. Like that. I don't agree with that flash at all. Because, like, you might have died, but if they killed you, they would have been in such a horrific position that it wouldn't have mattered. This is... Let's just all sit around in a clusterfuck and wait for the AoE to kill us. Right? You're positioning right here. I can see why you're on this side of it. But really? It's as if you just didn't notice that Wukong was heading towards you. If you had a flash now, it would have been useful to go over, but no. Like, what would I have done? I know hindsight's a bitch, but if I were you, considering how I had no flash, right, and the fight was happening right here, I would have been on this side of the freaking wall. I kid you not. Right, you could have been here and continued firing over this ledge, and you would have been perfectly fine. Right? If a chase occurs, then okay, you're not in the right position, but at least your team fight's won. If, on the other hand, the team fight goes to shit like it is now, then at least you wouldn't have been caught in the AoE, you could have killed both of them. So that was a small positioning thing that, I don't know, it's what I would do if I was in your position. I mean, if I was Swain, I would be a man, killed everybody. But, alas, you are not a bird. So, what is your build now? You're trying to build a Haunting Guise? See, that was a decent ult. I do not agree with that Zhonya's though. Why did you Zhonya's then? Ult them. And then you literally ulted, and then in that moment where they couldn't do anything, you Zhonya'd. So you couldn't do anything. Because, what, you wanted to make everything fair and equal? Whilst I applaud, like, your desire for a more equal world, apart from the fact that it's retard land, and therefore, I don't know. You had no reason to Zhonya's. Maybe it wasn't a misclick. Maybe it wasn't anything. It was like, they can't do anything to me. The only thing you could have done wrong was to also not do anything. It's in the most spectacular fashion of not even just running away. Just, I'll press the one thing in my arsenal that means I literally can do fucking nothing. I don't know, that was pretty spectacular, really. So yeah, you bought Haunting Guise. Leandri's Torment. I would not have bought Leandri's.
What would I have bought? Considering how you're getting blown up,
I would, and the fact that they don't exactly have that much MR, I would have just completed the Themes on Holy Grail. Seriously, they don't have that much MR. The only person with any real HP is Thresh, you can just ignore anyway. Everybody else is squish. So yeah, Themes on Holy Grail. Hell, even a QSS would have been better. This is what I mean by positioning. Right? Why are you literally on the front line? Can you see this? Right? You should be nowhere near this close. Right? Play was fine. Because Thresh was on the other side of the freaking planet. So this fight was actually okay. I'm surprised no one engaged earlier. But it's like, here's Olaf, here's the front line. Hecarim's behind you. But like, you just shouldn't be here. So you ult, which is fine. Right, you get out. Not overly recognize that the fight's already sort of over. And then you're again Zonyaing for no reason. You should be detonating people. Save the inhibitor. Okay, fine. Good luck. Have fun.
In that fight, positioning, you were too far forwards and you ran away too much. I mean, okay, I would appreciate people not dying, but in that situation, you just had no reason to be that far back. And then again, you had two extremes. First, you were too far forward, then you were too far back. And in the meantime, you basically had half the DPS you should have done because you just weren't kiting correctly. So let's see what happens here, right? There's a clusterfuck. And again, here, no one is hitting you. But you are not doing anything either. Right? The whole fight, you literally did nothing. And you still had an ult. Right? What would have been the better thing to do? You should have been parked, right? Right here, they engage, wait for your right moment, and then you should have ulted. Or you could have flash ulted, or anything. It's like, if you're in the correct position, look at them, there's 4 people here. All you do is flash ult, and the team fight would have been yours. Instead, you ran away. I mean, there's patience, but this is just cowardice. And that is coming from me, right? Known French lord.
If there's one thing I want to see from you in another replay, it's to have an improvement on this positioning. In a lot of places, it's just, no. The outcome would have been just so much better. I'm not even talking mechanics or anything. This is just where you put your freaking... Just where you put yourself. What was that? Holy shit! Everyone wants to be expert carry. Positioning. Really. The biggest thing, apart from that really odd opening, right? Considering how you didn't get completely, utterly demolished for it, we'll for once say pass. But this, you could have actually influenced this a lot better if you'd actually just positioned yourself better and seen the opportunities better. Yeah, there were some really derpy places to Zonyas, but... Okay, that was the other obvious problem. Those Zonyas were really bad. And I hope you can see why. Overall, I don't know, I'd like an explanation as to why you want to max W, because I've never seen anybody do that before. You easily could have and should have punished Yasuo, but you didn't. you easily could demolish team fights, but didn't, because either you were in the wrong spot, or you kept running, or you got murdered, therefore you couldn't run because you're in the wrong spot because you're dead. Yeah.